Hey guys, and welcome to a new video of Exhcnage. Today we'll take another look into the charts, and yeah, the boomer market's not really doing anything. Weekend in front of the door. Bitcoin is doing bad. Weekly close is looking good for the ES1 futures, looking for resistance over here on this trend line over there. But I mean, big bullish engulfing on the weekly, looking good for higher. Let's take a quick look on the Dixie. We always correlate with the Dixie a little bit if we want it or not. Weekly, I mean, not much action. A lot of people expected the Dixie to go up more, basically on that Fed news. Yeah, halted for now, but still, you know, yeah, it's a higher low, a lower high. I mean, if they get that higher high over here, yeah, markets might be correcting. Bitcoin over here. I do not like the look of this. Let's zoom out a little bit just to make sure we are on the right level. We have these lows over here. Basically, what is it? 29k. Then we have these levels, basically 42k. And that is what it's all about. For now, on a lower time frame, if we zoom in a little bit more, I would say this level is very important, and that is basically around 31. And I mean, I'm not like, the more support gets tested, the weaker it gets. So I want to get the F out of here. That is basically what I want. We have some lines over here. Stuff is looking weak. For me, yeah, I sold most of my longs over here. Tried a long scalp earlier in the day and got out. And I think it was over here. Yeah, I don't like this. We made a low here, higher low. One over there, it was basically, I think, an Elon tweet. Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high. And this was basically, yeah, a little short squeeze, stop out, stop run. And for now, Bitcoin really needs to bounce over here. This level over here, we can see these lows over here, these lows. If we get over here, you know, it's kind of scary. And that is about it for me. Either this is a good buying opportunity or, yeah, for me it looks weak. Weekend in front of the door. I'm not gonna trade this weekend. Sometimes stuff looks so obvious, so good. You want to trade it, but nah, not for me. I do not like the look of Bitcoin now. How is fear looking? Let's do a refresh. 27 is just fear, you know. Yesterday we had about 22 and the day before that we had 10. So people are getting a little bit more confident. How are the funding rates looking? The thing is, you know, funding rates do not have the same weight for me as they did 2 months ago. And why is that? Well, let's take a look. We refresh it real quick. We go to the 4 hour. And we zoom out a little bit. And then we click extra data. And then we can see over here we had almost 4 billion open interest on Bybit. Right now we are around 1 billion. So the weight or the importance of funding gets less. Something else going on today. Somebody is mega shorting BTC at Bitfinex. At one point, they had almost, 175. They wicked a couple times to $200 discount. Finex versus Coinbase. But yeah, somebody is hugely shorting Bitcoin at Bitfinex. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really liking this. Not sure what's going on. What the reasons are behind it. I heard rumors it is Barry Silbert. Barry Silbert is a big boy. That is what I can say. Oh, strong bounce on Ethereum BTC. And I mean, this really is an important level, guys. If this one gives in, we're effed. Or Ethereum BTC is kind of effed, I would say. Keeps grinding down, bleeding down. And of course, they will bounce off a support like this. And they really need to. They really need to break this trend line, I would say, or do some serious things to change something. This cannot be a dead cat bounce. If it is, it's looking pretty bad for Ethereum BTC. And support, you know, is over here. Do not think we're going there, but yeah, it is not looking great. Just gotta be honest. Sorry guys, my cell phone is vibrating. Let's go to the Ethereum USD. And I mean, same story. Support over here needs to hold. This whole area is important. You can see it in VPVR. Next area of support, you know, is a lot lower already. I mean, I am not too confident now. I do not see any juicy trades. Not looking for shorts either, because shorts you have to pay funding over now, because we've seen so much negative funding. And I do not like to sit in a short while paying funding. In a bull market, for me, it's different, paying funding in longs. And they usually get more cautious once funding gets higher. We can see that really clear over here. When you need to be cautious, you know, is when fundings peak, like over here or over here, you know, you get cautious. Funding can stay high for a very long time. But the thing is, if it starts to move against them, it is bringing trouble. And over here, we had a lot higher open interest than we have currently. But history tells me when funding is negative, like over here and over here, it is a great time to buy. For me, personally, it is not yet. Maybe I'll miss the perfect entry. Totally fine with that. But I mean, I'm just a little bit cautious because the weekend is in front of the door. We tested support a little bit too much for me. I mean, not comparing it to this one over here. But this one was pretty obvious, to be honest. Tested 6K, tested 6K, tested 6K already over here. It was a very important level. And at one point, you know, the price isn't moving anymore. No bounces, it's just being held up. And then we have to break down. And I mean, what you want to see is, you know, you want to see it grind up with negative funding, with people shorting it. And that's when you get confident. Over here, everybody was calling for Bitcoin back to 1K. Maybe a lot of people, if you weren't around back then. But this was very important. People became very bearish, calling for 1K. And then we had this mega bounce. Basically a short squeeze. I'm gonna interview a big trader again. A big scalper. He's very big on Twitter. If you guys have any questions for him, let me know in the comments. I'll probably interview him tomorrow. Not gonna spoil yet who it is, but if you're on Twitter and you're a trader, you probably know him, and I'm very happy with that one. Also, I did a nice interview with Low Strife the other day. Let me know what you guys think. Take a watch. Maybe you learned something, and that would be really cool. For me, no trades really. Not something I feel confident about. And that's basically it. Guys, trading is about saving capital or capital preservation, not losing it. So if you're not confident in something, you know, don't do anything. It's the best. See you guys again tomorrow. And make sure to subscribe, of course.